Hello everyone, my name is Matty Scandal and welcome to another Bedrock beta video. Today we're going to be taking a look at beta version 1.16.220.52, and this one adds all the Lush Caves blocks. And as you can see, I'm definitely short of some frames here in RTX. It doesn't seem to be the case when I turned it off, so hopefully they get that fixed up for us. I'm pretty sure this change was in the last beta also, but generation range and build limits have both been increased by 64 blocks, both up and down. As you can see, the build limit is still 320. There are some folks saying that it's 384, but that's the total and not the actual height limit. And now to the Lush Cave blocks. And all those lovely particles are generated by that Spore Blossom block there. And I've got some moss surrounded by the blocks that are supposed to change when bone milled. And then I've got a moss block, the moss carpet, and just a moss block in the ground, just to show the levels you can have now. And then I have the old carpets next to it. It's a lovely variation. If you if you bone meal this, the patch notes say random vegetation can grow on moss when fertilized, and I think these blocks are considered the azalea and then flowered azalea. I was really hoping that they would add a new wood variant as well, like a grayscale or something, but with these names I'm not so sure. But yeah, the hoe is supposed to be the fastest tool for breaking moss, but honestly, I mean, it's basically insta-mine anyway, so I'm not so sure that it's necessary. Moving on to our next blocks added, we have the glowberries and cave vines, and it looks like just using the berries on the already placed vines will make them grow. And now they can't place anymore, it looks like I'm just going to try to eat them instead. You can eat the berries, but they're going to be just basically a snack like most of the berries. And like most of the vines, you can climb the cave vine. And according to the Changelogs, the glowberries can also be planted on the bottom of most solid blocks. And I don't think you're going to get anything from breaking this in creative, but yeah. Bone mealing the cave vine themselves will give you more berries, and it's farmable just like the flower. All of the glow blocks in caves and cliffs will not glow yet in RTX, so I had to turn that off so you guys could see the glowberries glow. You can now use glowberries to lure and breed foxes similar to the sweet berries, but it doesn't seem to make them any more brave, unfortunately. And today we'll just feed, not breed. That's a happy fox. Then we got the Azalea Leaves, the flowering Azalea Leaves, and then rooted dirt blocks, which is going to be lovely for building paths, but then if you bone meal the floating ones, they'll give you roots underneath of it. May have been wondering why I had that dirt block there. It's kind of like flowers, you can get a constant source of it, but then again, if you bone meal moss that's in the ground, you'll get vegetation all over the place, look at that. And then we got the Spore Blossom giving us this lovely particle effect again, and then the cave vines, the glowberries, and then the drip leaf, more like a drop leaf. I've seen it called the drop leaf. You can't crouch on these anymore and get to stay on them. I was really hoping that'd be a thing, but they took that out. And this is the big drop leaf, and that one's actually the small one. The taller one is the smaller one. And you can only grow that on certain blocks. And if you bone meal the small drip leaf, you get the big drip leaf. And I couldn't find it in the changelogs anywhere, but I'm pretty sure the only block you can place the small drip leaf on directly is the clay block. And I was going to list off all of the bug fixes, but it's seriously like a book. So if that's something that you're interested in, I'm going to post the link for the changelogs in the description. So good luck with that. And now that we've gone ahead and taken a look at all the blocks available in the Lush Caves update, I figured we'd go ahead and do a little bit of terraforming in my little campsite area I have set up here in Pineapple Pie. And once again, I'm sorry for the frame drops, guys. There's nothing I can do. I have an RTX 3070. It's not as powerful as I'm wanting for this, but it's what we got. I do hope you guys are appreciating the RTX though. It probably could have been a little bit smoother without it, but it doesn't look like a lot of people are doing this, so once again, we are using Kelly's RTX if you're interested in playing with RTX and have been able to get your hands on one of these cards. I know I didn't take a look earlier, but I figured we'd go ahead and show you guys what it looks like when you go down to Y0 and into the negatives and a place that you've already been. Let's see here. You guys ready to take your first steps into the negatives here? Here we go. Boom, -1, -2. Yep, this is happening. We're going down. This is all bedrock here. Like I said, it's basically gonna be bedrock all the way down to -64. I'm pretty sure. Speed mode. Okay, it looks like it goes down to -66. Actually, I'm wondering if there's something to that. I don't know. And I'm gonna go ahead and just teleport myself 10,000 blocks away so I don't spoil a whole bunch of stuff for myself. Because this is my Let's Play world and I'm not trying to cheat or spoil a whole bunch of stuff. And I won't be keeping any of this obviously, but yeah, I've gone down a couple times now outside of the places that I think that I've been in this world, and I can't seem to find any caves, any cave generation below -64. And honestly, I haven't looked too hard, but if it's not the new caves, new biomes, we don't really care, right? So yeah, we don't have a deep slate for now. The only thing that has changed so far was the height limit and generation limits. So it's basically just going to be stone all the way down here to the -64. It's so dark, and I'm sorry. RTX is dark. Super dark, but we got these glowing ores here. I didn't like that at first, but it's growing on me a lot. And we're just gonna go. Yeah, see, it's stone all the way down here. Nothing new really, just extended generation, extended limits. Punching stone for days, hey. That's my first time seeing copper on my own world anyways. It's not glowing yet like the other blocks. It's gonna look dope when it's glowing. I hope that it has both colors. These wandering traders, I tell you. Someone should probably tell him he's not gonna make any sales up there. Yeah, this is, we're gonna go ahead and use the new blocks to kind of terraform this little region back here, this little campsite that I've made. I liked the little campfire that I made, but I wasn't totally in love with it, so that's the first thing I'm going to change. I'm just going to lower it a little bit and make it look more like a fire pit rather than a monument, I guess. I don't know. That is so much better. That is bringing this place together so much more. And I figured I'd just go ahead and replace some of these blocks with the mossy variant. Give it a little bit more variation, you know. And now we're going to give these moss blocks a try on the side of this wall here. See if we can give it kind of a gradient between the grass and the dirt. I don't know. Definitely don't want that sticking out like that. I don't know. This is super flat. And maybe try to break it up with some rooted dirt. Oh yeah, I do like that. Under the tree for sure. First time I saw these trees hanging off, these roots were like the first thing that I thought of. Like, it'd be perfect for this, and here we are. That's exactly what these roots are for. I don't know what else I would use it for, honestly, but it makes the hanging trees, like the ones that are hanging off, look so much better. Not that it needs it, but we're going to put some vines on it just to break up the contrast between the dirt and the tree just a bit. Yeah, I don't know. Not that that's like a whole lot better, I guess. I guess I can't put vines on moss. I knew I was going to love the moss blocks, but those moss carpets they add so much depth. I don't know about that. I don't know about the carpet, the regular carpet. I think it's too much for in here. There's too much green, and it's not really a gradient. It's not helping anything. There's not really an angle I can look at it from that'll makes it look any better, I guess. And you can't put carpets underneath the The roots apparently. I don't know about that either. The moss just looks better. And now for the Azalea Tree. I'm not exactly sure where I would utilize this really great in this build. I feel like it's for something more fancy, and looking around here I can't really find anything that... I can't find any place that it would really fit in. I guess it kind of looks like a shrub, so I may end up just putting it around that tree, just making it look like a shrub, but... I wonder, just like making it look a little bit more rooted over here, since there's like that tree and the roots coming off. I like that, it's just, I don't know, it doesn't blend at all, I guess. I do like that, yeah. That's pretty cool. Drawing our pathway here with vines or with roots. I think it'd be kind of cool for the rooted dirt to grow around trees. Ooh, that looks nice. I do like that. Moss on the rooted dirt kind of looks like a new dirt or a new grass block from the side. It looks like a cheap grass block actually. Yep, that depth. That depth is nice. I love that carpet. Yes. Alrighty. Let's see here. Yeah. Just add a couple more of these in here. See how it looks. Yeah, it kind of looks like a little bit better, like a sapling, I guess. That's grown a little bit more. I don't know. I like it. It's not bad. It doesn't feel like clutter, I suppose. In a place that's already really full of clutter. Doesn't really do a whole lot for it over here next to the grass blocks. Because like I said, it's like a cheap grass block, but it still looks okay. And yeah, here's exactly what this place needs. Some fantasy particles. I love it. I love the particles from it, honestly. I don't know how far out they'll go though. I haven't really tested that. I've seen a couple of videos. I could see them coming from the other way, yeah. Ooh, yeah, this is lovely. I don't want to overdo it, but I don't think that's overdoing it too much there. It's kind of a weird block to work with. It's nice. I'm gonna love working with it in the future in survival and not in a campsite. It's kind of a weird one to work with in this environment, I feel like. It's also really shiny, and I'm not sure if that's because it hasn't been updated, like the texture hasn't been updated for RTX. Regardless of it being super reflective and shiny, it looks nice. I think it could stand to have a few more over here on the side. Yeah, it's super shiny. Especially right now, the sun's coming in just to hit those blocks. And the particles. Just pooping out particles over here. I love it. I feel like I'd have to do this on a much bigger scale than this to actually make this look very nice, because the whole idea of putting these blocks in here is to make it kind of look swampy. And I'm not sure that we're gonna get that, because I'm not gonna spend like 40 minutes just placing in blocks over here to make the gradient. And not sure, I haven't seen anybody else do this yet, but the carpet blocks are waterloggable. You can put them in the water and they don't just pop off. I don't know how far out they'll go though. I don't know how far out they'll go though. I don't know how far out they'll go though. I don't know how far out they'll go though. I don't know how far out they'll go though. I don't know how far out they'll go though. I don't know how far out they'll go though. I don't know how far out they'll go though. I don't know how far out they'll go though. I don't know how far out they'll go though. I don't know how far out they'll go though. I don't know how far out they'll go though. I don't know how far out they'll go though. I don't know how far out they'll go though. I don't know how far out they'll go though. I don't know how far out they'll go though. I don't know how far out they'll go though. I don't know how far out they'll go though. I don't know how far out they'll go though. I don't know how far out they'll go though. I don't know how far out they'll go though. I don't know how far out they'll go though. I don't know how far out they'll go though. I don't And yeah, that's lovely. Like I said, if we just went around the whole like border, it could look a lot better. It could look like really swampy. And then we could even go down like another block inside of the pond and then bone meal it. And yeah, it could. I'm excited to play around with it some more. But I figured we'd go ahead and just get a little taste of freaking RTX, man. You can't see where you're at. The depth perception is like bent, which is cool, but also irritating. I don't know. Pooping out particles again. I'm not sure how I feel about the big drip leaf in this build. I'm kind of trying to make it look like mushrooms growing on the side of that wall from a distance. I don't know. I don't really come over here. It is seen from a distance, so I staggered them and didn't mean to come up here, but I don't really like the top view of those, but they definitely don't look like what I'm going for. But it looks nice from back here. The flowering azalea. It's I don't know how I feel about that. I do like it. It's just I may replace it with the other version of it, the plain one, just the azalea. Yo. That doesn't look bad. That's kind of weird though. Apparently you can't place another azalea on top of an azalea. I guess it is a block, so I should have known that it would do that. It would look like that, but yeah, I don't know. It's a variation of the Azalea Leaf block, I guess. It's a little bit more mossy looking. I noticed that the Azalea Leaves do have that mossy look, but yeah, I don't know how to feel about that. I don't know how to feel about the colors back there. Nah. Yeah, I like that. It's kind of like ivy, I guess. My parents had some purple ivy growing next to the garage a long time ago. That's what it reminds me of. At least they call it ivy. I don't know if it actually was ivy or not. I might be going a bit overkill with this, but oh well. Like I said, I'm not keeping any of this, so it's whatever. Just testing all these blocks out in RTX. And yeah, I may have gone just a little bit overboard with the grass here. Yeah, I think I added a little bit too much. I'm gonna have to break some of this up here. It's too flat. I did want to make it a little bit more foresty though, I guess. We are in the woods. I hate the ferns, guys. I really hate the ferns. And dandelions. Say no to dandelions, dudes. Sorry if you guys can hear a whole bunch of stuff going on in the background. There is church bells and construction going on. Almost forgot about the cave vines and glowberries. As you can see, you cannot put them on the leaves. You have to put them on a solid block, like I said earlier. I'll go ahead and just put some moss up there, and then I'll go ahead and put a berry on there, and just one looks really nice. I don't like the texture of the glow vines very much, or the cave vines very much. So just one on there looks decent. Yep. That looks a lot better. There's just too much color going on with the magenta. Apparently you can't place the azalea trees on top of rutted dirt either, which is kind of weird. You would think that you could. Yeah, I like that. It looks a lot better. Not saying that this looks good, but it looks better. Like I said, I can't really find a great place for these, but I figured that looked decent. I don't know. Yeah. I like it. I figured I'd just come out here and look at the particles one last time. See how far out they come. They kind of look like the wither wither skulls flying out, his ammunition. I don't really see a whole lot more coming out, but I do see some in there, which is super dope. I love those particles so much, and I cannot wait for this. I cannot wait for 1.17 to come out. It's just a stupid little test, but yeah, apparently you can put moss carpet on top of the path blocks without it breaking the path block, and then it leaves a weird little space underneath of it. I don't know. But anywho, I think this is going to be it for this Bedrock beta video. I had one heck of a time making this for all of you guys, so I do hope you guys enjoyed it as well. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up, and if you'd like to see more adventures that I may take, consider subscribing. Have a lovely day, folks.